Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Cheryl Hayter. I'm the benefits manager here with Allied, and you get to hear from me today. So this is our open enrollment time. So I'll go ahead and get started.
Cheryl, you might be muted. I can't hear you anymore.
All right, thanks. So before I get started, can you hear me now, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. A quick couple of items. Please make sure that that your microphone and camera are turned off so that everybody can hear and we don't get the interrupting sounds in the background. That would be appreciated. And if you have any questions as we're talking, please go ahead and type them in the chat and we will answer them as we go along. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So again, open enrollment runs November 10th, so that's today. So it's live today and it goes until December 1st. So open enrollment is the time of year where you're going to make changes to your benefits. And so I'm going to start basically the first section of this is going to be your changes. So that are going to be for 2022. So first we're going to start with medical. So under medical, we will have the same two high deductible health plans options. So the lower deductible and the higher deductible health plan. So both of those are actually staying the same. We are adding a third medical plan option. It's called level 2 health plan. This is for employees and or a spouse who has type 2 diabetes. We'll talk a little bit more later about the coverage itself, but just know that those will be our three options for 2022. We have premium changes. So healthcare, unfortunately, it is expensive. We will have a little increase in the premiums. We are actually changing our salary bands for those premiums. So currently, if you're an employee who makes less than $40,000, you pay a little less for your healthcare coverage than if you make over $40,000. We're revising that rate, and it's going to be basically based on $45,000. So if you make under $45,000, you'll pay a lower amount than if you make over $45,000 a year. We will have a change to the pharmacy network. We'll talk about that later as well. And then we currently have two employee assistance or EAP programs, one with UHC and one with Reliance Standard. All employees currently have access to the Reliance Standard program, regardless of your medical plan enrollment. So what we're going to do is eliminate some duplication that we have in the plans, and we're going to cancel the UHC EAP program, and then you'll still have your Reliance Standard program. So so just a little bit of to know what it does cost Allied for your healthcare. So the total cost that we have with Allied projected for 2021, so current known versus expected benefits for the rest of the year, is $4.7 million. So that is the total cost of employee and company provided health insurance. So that is split into two cost shares. So just to get an idea of what our cost is. So employee premiums is just going to be a little over $1 million or 24.3% of the total cost. And Allied would be picking up 75.7% of that cost. If you add in the Allied HSA contribution, actually, that would then equate to the fact that Allied is spending 84% of the total cost in contributions or towards your healthcare. So they are all our costs, though, being employee owned, of course. We all know every dime that goes out, affects everyone. So We are working on some things that we can try to do and need your help to do that, but we wanted to be transparent in the actual healthcare spend.
Cheryl, I know you're going to mention this, but I'll go ahead and since the question came in now, the question is, will we have cards for Reliance, I think in reference to the EAP?
Yeah, so the EAP plan does not have a card, but we do definitely have information online. It's in our benefits guide, their phone number, their website, is out there. And I'll just say what their phone number is right now, real quick. It's 855-755-4357. You just let them know you are with Allied, and they can assist you with the various those programs. What has been the history? Here we're going to talk a little bit about the history of the increases. So if you look back 2014, 2015, they really weren't great years. Had a good bit of increase, and we had some really good years. 2020, as a reminder, we went we had a 2.8% increase. We went self-insured. Basically, what that means is Allied's paying the claims versus like an insured product where the insurance company is paying the claims. Had we stayed fully insured that year, we would have seen a 17.5% increase. So it definitely saved us some money by switching to that self-insured program. In 2021, we did see a 10% increase. Well, the employees saw a 10% increase. Allied took on the additional 9.6% increase. So it was a huge increase that year, but Allied did absorb some of the employee cost on that. So 2022, here we are. It is a 7.4% increase. Please keep in mind, healthcare is expensive. It's based on our claims experience from year to year, what they expect is going to happen into the future. So, this is kind of their expectation for next year. So what does 7.4% look like? So to you as the employee, so here we have the higher deductible health plan listed here. Reminder, the wage band between 45,000 now versus the 40,000. So in this example, if you look here under this is for a Healthy Focus premium. If you're a biweekly person, you make over $45,000, you have employee-only coverage. The increase is going to be $3.13 on a biweekly basis. Which equates to $45.23 biweekly. That's how much. So the number in black is what the rate's going to be in 2022. The parentheses in blue is the dollar amount increase from 2021 rates. So here is the higher deductible plan, and then on our next slide is the lower deductible plan. And also, please, this is for the Healthy Focus premium for if you qualify. If you do not qualify for the Healthy Focus premium, it's an additional $50 a month. So in that Healthy Focus premium to qualify, basically you would have to be, a non-tobacco user. You participate in our biometric screening each year, as well as the fact that you do complete the health risk assessment survey each year as well. Okay. So I won't spend a lot of time on this slide because there are no changes at all here. So again, we have the two plans, the lower deductible and higher deductible. Just note that, reminder, the deductible is how much you pay before the plan starts paying anything in a calendar year. So in the lower deductible plan, that's $2,000 single, $4,000 family. Higher deductible plan, $3,000 single, $6,000 family. After you've met your deductible, the plan starts paying. And there's a share you pay and the plan pays. And then if you end up spending amount towards the out-of-pocket max, and the lower deductible plan, $3,000 individual, $6,000 family, or higher deductible, $5,000 individuals, $10,000 family. If you pay that much in a given year, the plan's going to pay 100% for eligible expenses after that. The one thing to note too is preventative care. We definitely encourage you to get your preventative annual physical with your doctor. That is paid at 100%, no deductible. Okay. So the level 2 health plan, that is our third option. So if you or your spouse have type 2 diabetes, you would be eligible for the level 2 health plan. If you do enroll in the level 2 health plan, you would receive a continuous glucose monitor. It's kind of similar to that little oval tiny thing up at the top above the phone in the picture. It's just a little attachment you kind of place on your abdomen, your stomach area, and you can wear it throughout the day. And it will track your glucose levels. So it's going to tell you, you know, and you'll be able to see that directly on their app. It's going to tell you what your glucose levels are at any point during the day. So if you pick up that donut in the morning, you can look at it and say, oh, wow, look what that did to my blood sugar level, right? So you can kind of see what's happening, what kind of foods, you know, might really spike if you're not real sure how to eat. The nice thing about that too is then the level 2 support team, coaches, they have coaches, educators, physicians, all kinds of support for you. They'll be able to talk to you. They'll be able to see your glucose levels, where your spikes are, what kind of issues you may be having, how things are being managed, and they can educate you. They can work with you on nutrition, exercise, various things, so that helps them know what's going on, so that they can work together. You can work all together on a plan for managing your type 2 diabetes, and hopefully, you know, maybe someday be able to hit remission from the type 2 diabetes. They will also provide you with a Fitbit activity tracker. So there's lots of benefits for this. If you wear your glucose monitor 20 days a quarter, you'll receive these enhanced benefits. So that's all you have to do, is you have to wear it for at least 20 days a quarter. You can wear it every day, and that, you know, all year long if you really wanted to. But you have to wear it for 20 days in order to receive these enhanced benefits. The enhanced benefits are basically your type 2 diabetes related care is free. So you won't have a deductible. You don't have co-pays for your primary care doctor's visit. And your type 2 diabetes drugs will be free. So, great benefits from that perspective to assist you in, you know, getting healthier and getting on the right track and managing that diabetes. The other thing to note on here is there are no out-of-network benefits, so you have to stay in network. So you'll also see there's a deductible. The deductible applies to certain visits, like if you're hospitalized, you'll have the deductible. But it doesn't apply to your doctor's visits, your specialist visits. There's other things, you know, so some things apply the deductible, some don't. But the deductible, if it does, it's $1,500 for individual, $3,000 for the family. The deductible does not apply to prescriptions either. So if you have something other than the type 2 diabetes drugs. To learn, this is my one other slide on it, really. To learn more, if you go to this mylevel2.com/allied, this link here, there's 2 videos, and there's information on this website. They've created one video that has some slides similar to what I've shown you with a little more detail. Somebody who knows the plan inside and out talking about it. So they've put some together. It's like 7 minutes, I think. It's not real long. And then there's another couple minutes slide on just the program itself, like level 2 itself, like the wearing the CGM and what that means, and, you know, a little bit more about the trackers and stuff like that. So you can check out it on the website, or you can call them and talk to them, and they can walk you through everything. Any question you have, they can assist you with at that phone number listed here. And then the last thing I will mention is Level 2 is not considered a high deductible health plan, according to the IRS. So therefore, you are not eligible to contribute or receive HSA contributions from Allied. So this is not considered HSA eligible. Okay. And then this last slide really shows what the rates are for a Healthy Focus premium rate for someone in this plan. So next we have the pharmacy change. So we are changing our network for pharmacy. This is as of January 1st of 2022. Walgreens will no longer be a part of the network. There could be a few others, little mom and pop type stores, but the big one is Walgreens. So by dropping Walgreens, by dropping one of the major networks, the other pharmacies are giving us some more discounts. So it will save money. Everyone, it depends on the medication you take on how much you'll save. But in general, they're talking across the board, it's a 2 to 5% savings for employees and for Allied. Again, we can't guarantee every drug is going to be cheaper, but across the board, that's kind of what, based on our utilization, that's what they're saying we're going to probably experience. So CVS is definitely the big one. They're a part of the network, but if you go to Walmart, Target, Giant Eagle, Kroger, Meijer, some of those major chains, they're likely still a part of that network as well. It's just really the main one is Walgreens that was eliminated. All right, so that was medical. So next is the health savings account. So the contribution from Allied is not changing. That is still the same. However, again, the salary band that we use for how much you get is changing. So it's going to the $45,000. So if you make less than $45,000, you get the higher annual contribution from Allied. The HSA is money you can set aside for pre-tax to help pay for your medical, prescription, dental, vision care expenses. And the limits are changing for 2022. These are set by the IRS. We just kind of go with whatever they've set. For single coverage, it's $3,650 for 2022. And then for family, it's $7,300. And then if you are 55 or up, you can make an additional $1,000 in addition to the single or family limit. These annual maximums do count the portion that Allied puts in. So you would be able to contribute the difference between what Allied would put in, and that would be how much you could put in. Please do not miss out on employer money. If you do not have an HSA yet and you're enrolled in Allied's medical plan or you're going to enroll next year, make sure to set up an HSA account. You can do so with Optum. You can do an e-bank, but Optum Bank is definitely UHC's preferred bank. And you'll need to let us know once that account is set up with your account routing number. It's not your normal saving. You cannot use your current checking or savings account or anything. You have to set up an actual HSA account. Employer contributions, you will automatically receive the employer contributions if you're enrolled in the HSA for 2021 and you continue your high deductible health plan, medical plan with Allied in 2022. However, employee contributions, or if you're newly enrolled, you must absolutely turn in the HSA form. We have some in HR. We'll be sending them out later this week via our email system, posting it into, it's posted into Paycor's site. So there's lots of ways to obtain it. But this will be required and you will need to return it in order to contribute your own money into the HSA.
Cheryl, if I can interrupt, we had two questions, I think basically the same question, asking if people can keep their PNC HSA account.
Okay. Yes, that's great. question. So yes, you can, if you have a PNC HSA account, or if you have any other bank besides Optum, as long as it's an HSA account, you can keep those. That is not required to go with Optum. It's just it's a UHC preferred one, but we don't care. So coming up new for 2022 is a new vision program. So the current program we have will no longer be in place. So what's changing? So first of all, we're changing from IMED insurance company to the standard, will be the insurance company. We're changing from 2 tiers to 4 tiers. So right now, basically that means right now you either pay the employee only coverage or you pay for family, regardless of whether it's just you and a spouse or anything. So it's employee only and family. 4 tiers means basically we have the employee only option, employee and spouse, employee and children, and family, just like we do with medical and dental. So your rates will be different based on whichever of those options you enroll in. You will have the option to utilize the IMED or the VSP network of providers and discounts. So Standard is the insurance company. Maybe a little confusing. Standard's the insurance company, but the Standard uses both the IMED and the VSP network of physicians. So so you're enrolling through Standard, but it goes through IMED or VSP. That is your choice. And this is going to be a cheaper plan for everyone. So all premiums are being reduced. So 4 plans, basically you'll have 4 options you'll see when you log in, and we'll go through the benefits to make your elections. There will be the base plan and the enhanced plan, very similar to what we currently have. But you'll also be able to choose a network of eye doctors. So again, you'll be able to choose from IMED or VSP. So like I said, it's kind of like 4 plans. So you either have the base plan with IMED, the base plan with VSP, the enhanced plan with IMED, enhanced plan with VSP. And once you make that election, that is the plan that you kind of have to stick with for the year. So if you choose the IMED network, there's no switching over to the VSP network mid-year or vice versa. One thing I do like to make sure you know about is if you use LensCrafters is an IMED network facility, but VSP does not have LensCrafters as part of their network. So if you're looking to stay with LensCrafters, if that's who you use, you'll want to stay with IMED. But I would always suggest, certainly if you're switching to VSP in general, just make sure that your provider that you're willing to go to is a part of the VSP network if you're not sure. Again, the base plan, enhanced plan, very similar to what we have this year. Both plans offer an eye exam every 12 months, contacts or lenses every 12 months, but you'll see under the base plan, it's $130 allowance for contacts. With the enhanced plan, it's $150 allowance for contacts. And the frames, that's really where you're going to find your biggest difference. It's $130 allowance under the base plan, but you only get frames once every other year. Where in the enhanced plan, you can get frames every year and with $150 allowance. There's definitely some more differences between the VSP and IMED. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Cheryl,
yes.
I'm sorry if I can interrupt before you get into the detail there. I had another question that came up. They're asking it as you were talking about vision, but you might as well answer this for all of the plans since they all have the family option. The question is, what if you have a family member that drops off in the middle of the year? Do we need to stick with the family plan?
Great question. So if you have a life event, whether it's medical, dental, or vision, mid-year, you have 30 days from that point that to make changes to your benefits. Now, with that being said, if it's the fact that maybe you have a child that ages out or something like that mid-year, you would just let us know, within 30 days, and we would drop you from the family to employee and spouse or whatever that might be as appropriate. You can't switch from, like if you're enrolled in the VSP base plan for family, The only thing you can do, you'll stay with the VSP base plan, but you could go down to employee and spouse or employee only or whatever that appropriate level would be. So you can change the levels throughout the year if you have a life event.
Thank you.
So here's, you've probably been looking at these. This is good. Looking at the contributions. This is your weekly and biweekly premiums. The base plan is in blue, and the orange plan is the enhanced plan. And then the top section is for IMED and the bottom section is for VSP. So that is the rates set for those plans. So like I said, there are some few minor differences between the base plan and the enhanced plan, or I'm sorry, the base plan, the IMED plan and the VSP plan. So like IMED base and VSP base might have some slight differences. Online in Paycor under plan details or in the benefit guide, their benefit guide, we have some copies here. They're online, it's online as well. And we'll make sure everybody gets the electronic version of that as well. But there is a comparison. It kind of looks like this. It goes down further, but you'll see that I think especially in the lenses area, if you look at that, there are some bigger differences between the two IMED and IMED and VSP plans. So you'll want to make sure you look at the comparisons and check that out to see what makes sense for you. So because this is a new plan, we've got new tiers, we've got a lot going on with the vision. We are requiring all employees, regardless, if you want vision coverage for 2022, you absolutely have to log in and complete your enrollment. We're going to bug you if you don't log in anyways. Even if you don't want vision, we're still going to bug you to do it because we want you to go through everything and just confirm it, that you have what you still need, check your beneficiaries, all that stuff. But vision, there's no default. You will have no vision if you do not make an election during open enrollment. All right, hospital indemnity insurance. So again, we have some more plans for you. We've kind of responding to a lot of your things that we're asking and making comments for in our survey, and this is one of them. And so we're adding this as a new plan. This is similar to our critical illness and accident insurance. This is hospital indemnity, where it pays you cash if you're admitted to the hospital for a covered sickness or an injury. There's two different benefit levels, a $500 and a $1,500 benefit level. Basically what that will be is, so if you're admitted to the hospital, they'll give you a $500 cash or $1,500 cash. It's limited to one admission per insured, per family member per year, up to 3 family members and 3 admissions. There is an additional ICU benefit. It's an additional $100 per day, up to 15 days per insured per year as well. If you are over the age of 7, or if you're 70 or over, you will not be eligible to enroll in this plan. Okay. Another thing to note that I like to note here is if you're enrolled in the hospital indemnity plan, or if you're currently enrolled in the critical illness or accident, if you're unaware of this college tuition benefit, I highly encourage you to check this out. This can help your child, maybe your grandchild, to pay for their future college tuition expenses. It's a great program. It doesn't cost you anything additional. Just being enrolled in these plans can earn you those benefits. So definitely check it out on this website, guardian.collegetuitionbenefit.com. In order to be eligible, you have to sign up, and you have to sign up the children under this plan. Basically, the plan is going to give you $2,000 per benefit per year that you're enrolled to help pay for those college benefits. That is dependent on the university that they attend. So not all universities are on the list, but might as well check it out, consider it if and look into that benefit as potential. It's kind of like a scholarship fund for their future. Another thing was asked for pet insurance. So we are going to offer pet insurance in next year. So through Nationwide, they give kind of discounts for us. And basically, you have 2 levels of coverage to choose from. You can visit any vet you want. You go to the doctor, and then they will reimburse you either 50 or 70%, depending upon the plan you elect, for some of those expenses. Deductions for this coverage will be taken on the first and second pay periods of each month. Oh, you sign up. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Cheryl, I'm sorry. Oh, I forgot you had one more on pets, or 2 more on pets, but since I already interrupted, we did have a question about the tuition assistance, and the question is that for undergraduate only, or does it include graduate courses, graduate education?
That is a great question. I can't say I know that for certain off the top of my head. I do know the thing about in order to sign a child up for that is they have to and I don't remember exactly. It's either the beginning of or mid-year of their junior year in high school. So if they're already in college, it's not going to do that individual any good. You have to have had signed them up by the time that they were, it's somewhere either before or during their junior year. I forget which it is, but that's in high school.
Okay, we can follow up with that individual. We can
Yeah.
a little bit more. Then another question on pet insurance. Do you have to pay per pet, or does this include multiple pets?
So yes, so you would sign each pet up individually, and you would have to pay per pet. Yes. So the benefit covers things such as accidents, injuries, illnesses, surgeries, x-rays, prescription medications. There's a lot of benefits, as well as there's additional benefits for boarding or kennel if maybe you or a family member is hurt or sick and can't take care of your pet. There's a lost or stolen benefit. There's even a 24/7 vet helpline. So if you, in the middle of the night, you need to talk to a vet because your pet, something's weird happening or something happened, you can always call the 24/7 vet line as well. So the rates can be found online with directly with Nationwide. They have a site directly specifically for us. It's the benefits.petinsurance.com/allied mineral, or you can call them directly at the number listed. So you can go online and you can get the rates for a cat or a dog. So you can put in the type of, they might ask you what kind of dog do you have or cat do you have? What state do you live in? There's a handful of questions, and then they'll tell you how much it's going to cost for that, because every situation could be different. There's thousands of different rates out there. If you choose to cover a pet that might be anything besides a cat and dog, if you have a bird or a snake or the turtle or whatever, you can call them direct. You'll have to call them in order to get the rate and to sign up. You cannot do that online, but those are your 2 options. All right. Next is our wellness program. So first of all, we have a new wellness program coming, but in lieu of that, so as of December 31st, the Simply Engaged or the Rally program you have with United Healthcare will no longer be a part of our wellness program. It'll be gone. So if you have earned any rewards under this program, make sure you absolutely must redeem those rewards by December 31st or they will be gone. So make sure you get your gift cards by December 31st, because come January 1st, there's not much we can do about it. You will not be able to get any of those gift cards, anything you've earned. So make sure you do that by then. Like I said, we have a new wellness program coming soon. It'll be coming in February. We're still kind of in the stages of rolling this out. And so one of the things that we're looking to do as a company is to reimagine what wellness is going to look like for Allied into the future. So one thing we're doing is we're looking for a new name. We don't want to call it our wellness program. We want to call it something. So if you want to get creative, you're the creative type, please definitely think of a name and contact myself or anyone in HR. Stop by, email me, whatever, with your name suggestion by November 29th. If your name is chosen from the submitted list, you'll win a $100 gift card. As well as you get to have the bragging rights to say that's the name I chose. So definitely we're looking for some participation in this program, hoping it'll be fun for you. So there we have it. Those are the changes. So now let's talk about what's not changing. Dental. The only thing with dental, I mean, the rates are not changing. We're still with Delta Dental. The only thing is this, the salary band again. If you make less than $45,000, you get that you pay the lower rate than if you make over $45,000. FSA. We do have a limited purpose FSA. It's for employees enrolled in our high deductible health plans, and that covers dental and vision care expenses only. Medical FSA, this is for employees not enrolled in a high deductible health plan, that whether it's our plan or their spouse's high deductible plan, you cannot be enrolled in any high deductible health plan. Or you enroll in like our level 2 health plan. This is what you can use as your pre-tax benefit to help pay for your medical, dental, vision, and care expenses. And then the third option is our dependent care FSA. So this is basically your child care that allows you to work so you can have it deducted pre-tax and get reimbursed for your expenses. Our FSAs are administered by WEX. Again, the benefit of all 3 of these options, it allows you to set aside money pre-tax for those qualified expenses. You will be make an election for this calendar year. And keep in mind, this is a use it or lose it plan. So if you don't use it by the end of the year, you do lose it. There's one small exception for the medical and the limited purpose FSAs. If for some reason you end up not using it one year, it will roll over up to $500 from one year to the next, but then it's forfeited in that following year. Surcharges. So that's not changing. We have a $100 a month premium if you choose to cover your spouse under Allied's medical plan, and your spouse has coverage available through his or her employer. And we kind of already talked a little bit about the Healthy Focus premium. So basically, if you do not qualify, you pay an additional $50 per month for any of the medical plan options. And a little bit about our wellness. Certainly, we highly encourage you to get your annual screenings, your vaccinations, your if you're, age 50 plus, to get your colon screenings, those kind of things. Make sure you take get your annual physical preventive checkups. The sooner you get that done, your commitment to wellness is also your future healthcare costs. So if we keep people well, we can, definitely try to keep our healthcare costs down. Even your dental exam, vision exam, those are very important. The eye doctor and your dentist can actually find diseases as well. So, definitely take care of yourself from that perspective. We have Addie Link, definitely can support you if you're looking to quit tobacco, as well as I'll give you a little look into our future is our new health wellness program that we'll be rolling out February. They have a tobacco cessation program as well. So definitely, take advantage of some of those resources. So online enrollment. So you definitely will enroll again online in Paycor. So get out your username and password. If you don't have it, pull that out. And once you log into Paycor, you're going to click on me and then go to benefits. And then once you go to benefits, it's going to open a whole new page. Looks similar to this. You're going to hit start your open enrollment. And you're going to do that. It's going to take you into the system. You'll just follow it step by step. It's going to ask, there's a thing called Ask Emma. Emma she will ask you a handful of questions about like how many prescriptions do you take? Do you think do you think you'll have a surgery this year? Those kind of questions. And then she'll suggest a plan for you. You definitely, you don't have to follow advice. You don't even have to listen to her if you don't want to. You can skip her too if you really just want to pick your own plan. That is an option as well. Couple little tips. So don't, use the back to benefits in the Paycor. Don't use that little arrow at the top that we're all used to hitting. So make sure you do that, and then make your changes by December 1st. So a couple UHC tips. So UHC does have online access and a mobile app. You can actually visit a doctor virtually, and it's a $50 or less, depending upon where you're at on your deductible. So you can actually see a doctor 24/7 straight from your phone. If you are traveling or if you're at home and you just can't get into your regular doctor and you've got a sinus infection or whatever you think, those kind of basic things they can actually see virtually. Another thing I always like to highlight is the estimating cost of providers and services. So one thing, for example, are your things like x-rays, MRIs, CAT scans like that. You can actually find out the facilities that are going to be cheaper. So let's say the doctor says, hey, you need to go get an MRI of your knee. An MRI at one facility may cost $500. Another facility, it could cost $3,000. And so, certainly wouldn't you rather, everybody here would rather pay the $500 versus $3,000, right? If it's the exact same procedure. So those kind of things, you can review and look up. Additionally, you can put in procedures with specialists like, back procedures, knee replacements, things like that. You can do searches for those, and they'll actually give you places, doctors and their approximate costs. So are they high, low, medium, or high cost? Are they a quality doctor as rated by UHC, or maybe not so good? So you can kind of do those reviews. And that can help you save money and get find the quality physicians out there as well. A lot of other things they have, but those were the couple things I thought I'd highlight today. And another thing that Allied has is in October, we implemented Cancer Bridge, and I want to make sure that you know about that. Is Cancer Bridge is for all employees, their family members, and even friends who have been diagnosed with cancer. So, if you know anyone who's been diagnosed with cancer, you can give them this number. It is completely free. It's free to you. It's free to them. It's free to, there's no charge. They don't charge anybody for anything. You can check out the details on mycancerbridge.com. You can call them. They'll have access to oncology specialists throughout the United States. Highly accredited. They can help find the highest quality doctors for that type of cancer. They can, because not all care is equal when it comes to this, or it comes to anything. Not all care is equal, but when it comes to this oncology, it's very, very important. You get the right advice, you get the right things, and they can assist you through that whole process. They can educate you on whether it's how is this treatment going to, what are the side effects? What are this versus in nutrition, diet, anything, cancer related, you can ask them. Even if you're maybe caring for a family member, your family member can use it and you can use it to help them. So both of you can be calling, even if it's the same thing. So anything cancer, if you have a cancer question, you know, you can call them and talk to them. Again, it's a free benefit. So that's the highlights there by not changing sections. So there is more though. We do have our annual legal notices. They are posted online. Just something we have to tell you each year. So make sure they're all posted in the Paycor. They're under the documents on the home page. They're located in our plan details and even in the library section in Paycor. All of the summary plan descriptions, benefit guides, everything that we have is posted out there. Certainly let us know if you can't find what you're looking for, or you're just like, there's way too much there. I'm just going to call her and ask her where it's at. Get me the answer. We can do that too. Again, make sure you know your username and password to Paycor, because you will need that. You can log into paycor.com and, click forgot username or password to reset it. If it doesn't work or you have trouble, definitely contact us here in HR and we can assist you. So again, make sure you go online. You must complete your open enrollment in Paycor or can change your elections. HSA and FSA requires a new election each year, regardless. And this year, again, there's no default for the vision coverage. If you do not make an election, you will not have vision coverage in 2022. We're going to do the early bird winner too. So if you enroll online by November 22nd, or you complete the HSA form and turn it into HR by November 22nd, you'll be entered into the drawing to be one of our early bird winners for one of 4 prizes. And we have another thing. So we have a take a quiz. So you take a quiz. It's very simple. We'll make sure it's posted in Paycor as well as email it out to everybody this week. But you complete the quiz, you turn it into HR by November 29th, and you could be entered to a drawing to win some more prizes. It's not a hard quiz. I've given you all the answers right here in my presentation. You just have, or there's in the information we'll be handing out to you. So that's an option. And then again, our third winner this year is to name our wellness program. So definitely you can participate in that. We'd love your participation in that too. All employees must go online for enrollment and completed. If contributing to HSA, turn that form into HR. Again, enrollment begins today, ends December 1st for your January 1 effective date of changes. So everything you make online will be effective January 1. Go to Paycor, complete your HSA form, and when you're in Paycor, make sure you review and update your beneficiaries. If there's anything that's changed, update those beneficiaries online. So I'll let you all type in any more questions that you have, but while we're doing that, the one thing I will note, we will send out an email later this week. Make sure you check your emails. It will contain, just a reminder of this. We actually put together a nice newsletter. It's a one-pager front and back. And that will give you some highlights, all these highlights that I've given to you. It's kind of in there about like what's changing. So make sure you, take a look at that. And then the third thing we'll be sending out is that quiz. So if you want to participate in that quiz, if you miss any of that stuff, definitely feel free to contact me or stop by HR or whatever. And then the last thing that we will be doing, we've put together a nice, we've all been stuck in our offices, COVID, not seeing anybody, not having, open enrollment fairs. So we put together a nice bag. I didn't think about taking a picture of it, showing you, but they're little drawstring bags with some goodies in it that the vendor sent to us, like Delta Dental sent us toothbrush, things like that. We'll be coming around over the next couple of days and dropping them off. If you don't see yours by Friday, then please feel free to stop by HR and to get that. But we'll be delivering them around to your guys' office and desk this week. So, Andy, you got any more questions come through?
Yes, we just had one other one so far, which is and if so, where is the HSA form on Paycor?
Oh, okay. That's a great question. So if you, the HSA form is in Paycor. It'll be under the plan details when you click on your medical plan option. So that's one way to get to it. So when you go to elect your medical plan, there'll be something that says plan details. You'll click on that and then there'll be the list of form there. Or you can go straight to the library and do a search for the 2022 HSA form. Anything else?
And so far, I do not see any other questions.
All right, great. Well, that is all I have for today. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions that you want to ask personally. Feel free to call me, email me, stop by, whatever. And we will get you through this process this year.
And Cheryl, if I could add one thing, Cheryl did the first of what will probably be quarterly newsletters for benefits. Really nice overview of the changes that she mentioned in today's presentation. And I was just going to check, is that also in the library? I'm not sure I saw that.
You know what? I can post it. I didn't think about posting that, but I have it posted.
We'll post that and put it in the library. How's that sound?
Yep.
So I would encourage everyone to take a look at that posting. It's a really good summary. It's only it's a two-sided page. It's very short, but a great summary of all of the changes that were reviewed in the meeting today. And great job. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you. All right. I think the meeting's ended, right?
All done.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.